Hey guys, it's Paul Jang with Land Capitalism, and we're going to talk about the $100 land that I bought in New Mexico. I think these properties are great for proof of concept. Just, as like a disclaimer, it's not a real good way to, I think, build a business. Um, here's how I did it. When I first got into land investing, I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't know about how to allocate funds. My parents didn't have a lot that they could invest in, and I didn't really want to ask them to invest in anything that I wasn't 100% sure about. So I just basically used the money that I have. When I first started, I had like $1,000 in my name. I didn't have that much money. And I was driving Uber, just kind of hustling, making things happen. And the way I did it was I found where I could get cheap land. And New Mexico is a place that you get really cheap land. Um, most people don't really think about it, but it's desert land. No one really thinks about it. It's yeah, you could find some good deals. What I did was I sent out mailers to a certain county, specifically Valencia County was the one that I really started with, and I didn't want to, I didn't have $1,000 to spend on a piece of property, but I had a couple $100, and what I would do is I'd offer, $200 for a quarter acre, and I just saw like, I was just kind of seeing what I might get, and I sent it as blind offers because I was working, trying to make ends meet, and to my surprise, I got a couple deals that way. Sent out the mailers, spent a couple hundred on those, and then, you know, picked up, a couple properties like that. And I went ahead and turned it around and sold it, for 500 or $1,000, and sold it for terms, and I'd offer like, $20 a month, something like that, and or sell it for cash, and I've sold it for cash that way too. And I just kind of slowly started building upon that, reinvesting into the business, pulling cash wherever I can to buy bigger lots. And I think it's a really good way to. I mean, that's what I did. I think working with these cheaper lots, if you're getting into the land investing world, is a really good way to get proof of concept. Like Arizona, Navarro, I think is like or Mojave is like very popular with land investors to pick up some real cheap property and flip it. But you know, over time, what you'll want is like you'll want to get some of the bigger lots because whereas with one deal, you know, I could pick it up for 200 and sell it for 1,000 or 800 something like that. But I would have my mailing costs, I'd have marketing costs, I'd have my time costs, and it's just easier if you pick up property for 2-3 thousand and sell it for 10, right? 10 grand or 12 grand or whatnot. And at least the way that the land investing world kind of works is um, you can make more money by having more velocity and more deals, or you can do it with working with bigger land parcels, right? And you'll find which ones you kind of prefer. But as a proof of concept, man, doing some of these cheaper deals in Arizona or New Mexico or Nevada or Florida, if you prefer, being in the southeast, man, it's just an easy way to start kind of building your confidence with contracts. The way I kind of figured it was like, man, even if I lost my money, um, I'll just think of it as a learning experience. And hey, at the end of the day, I'll have a piece of land, right? Like, I still got gained an asset. So that's kind of how I thought about it when I was doing these proof of concept ideas. When I was starting to get into land investing, I didn't have money for coaching. I barely had money for a course, and just kind of made things happen. So I hope that encourages you and gives you some ideas, especially if you are in the beginning stages. I do have a link course if you want to check that in the description. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel. It would really help us out with the YouTube algorithm and all that. So Have a good one. Take care. I wish you the best in all your investing journeys.